Here's what's happening this week at the movies coming out this Friday, November 8th, 2024. We've got Heretic. Two young Mormon missionaries are going door to door to ask if people have heard the good news. However, when they enter the house of Mr. Reed, he puts them through a series of psychological puzzles designed to test their relationship to Christ. Directed by Scott Beck and Bryan, who made 65, Haunt, and Nightlight, starring Hugh Grant, Sophie Thatcher, and Chloe East. The best Christmas pageant ever. Based on the book by Barbara Robinson, this movie tells the story of a small-town Christmas pageant that is hijacked by the Herdmans, a family of 6 rowdy and undisciplined children. The Herdmans take an unconventional view toward the material, however, that forces the town to look at the nativity story through fresh eyes. Directed by Dallas Jenkins, who is probably best known for creating The Chosen, which is a series that seems to be playing at the local pizza parlor every time I go back to my childhood home to visit my parents. Directed by Dallas Jenkins, it's starring Lauren Graham, Judy Greer, and Pete Holmes. The Piano Lesson, based on the play by August Wilson. For generations, the Charles family has passed down a very important heirloom, a piano decorated with pictures that were carved by an enslaved ancestor. However, when one of the Charleses wants to sell the piano, a fight erupts between the brother, who wants to build wealth for their future, and the sister, who wants to hold on to their family's heritage. Reflecting the importance of family within the narrative, the Washington family has been involved with many different aspects in the creation of this film. It was directed by Malcolm Washington in his feature debut, produced by his father Denzel Washington, and the cast also features his brother, John David Washington, as well as Malcolm's twin sister, Olivia Washington, and their mother, Pauletta Washington. The cast also includes Danielle Deadwyler, Samuel L. Jackson, and Ray Fisher. Elevation! 3 years ago, the world was attacked by unkillable monsters that ravaged society as we know it. Small communities managed to survive by staying in locations that are at least 8,000 feet above sea level, an environment that the monsters seem to stay away from. However, when his son's final air filter burns out, a single father must venture below the safety line in order to retrieve more medical supplies. Directed by George Nolfi, who previously made The Banker, Birth of the Dragon, and The Adjustment Bureau. Starring Anthony Mackie, Morena Baccarin, and Maddie Hassan. Black Cab. Coming to Shudder this week, we have the story of Anne and Patrick, a couple whose relationship is on very thin ice. However, things get much, much worse when an initially friendly cab driver takes them off course onto an isolated and haunted stretch of road. With no knowledge of why their cab driver would do this, they're stuck in the middle of a life-threatening mystery. Directed by Bruce Goodison, who previously made Then Barbara Met Alan, The Cure, and Murdered by My Father, starring Nick Frost in what appears to be an exciting and intimidating turn for him, along with Synnøve Carlson and Luke Norris. I'm Silas Kade, and that's This Week at the Movies. Let me know what you're most looking forward to, and I will see you next week.